the important thing is that, like as you said, that you are basically making a use of WCF services. WCF services, of course, it's a great technology ever. Let me tell you that it is WCF which has made that enterprise application development much more reachable by the developer. Basically, what WCF has done is that WCF purely works with the contracts. Yes or no? Correct? It purely works with the contracts. So you expose service contract, you expose operation contract, and then just get the job done. That's what that you actually do it. So basically, hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So WCF is moreover to the SOAP-based protocol. Advantage of it is that WCF can be accessed across different types of clients. Typically, let me tell you that those who understand HTTP and SOAP, they are much more comfortable while working with the WCF services. For example, like you take it with a basic HTTP binding, you can reach out to Microsoft Windows as well as non-Windows client up to some extent, not all, because basic HTTP binding is like a web service which directly exposes the contract. But what we need to do for that purpose is that we need to basically modify the contracts so that it can contract in this is operation contract so that it can return non.NET objects. It should only return either entities or might be some what I should say primitive types. Definitely the service shouldn't have the operation contract having the written type as dataset or might be a .NET specific collection. So that's what actually the fact is. So we have some design principles, design guidelines to be followed while working with the Windows Communication Foundation. But otherwise, yes, what we can do with WCF services is that we are having security inbuilt with the WCF services. We do have transaction management. We do have integration with MSMQ, right? We do have VAS hosting to support multiple protocols. Lots of things. Multiple protocol communication means we can use HTTP and TCP/IP MSMQ at a time for WCF services. We can do that. That's an advantage. Okay, it's a great approach towards developing an enterprise application, and that's the reason all those solution architects, those who were responsible for providing the enterprise level solution to the customers, they have moreover shown pretty deeper interest into the WCF services, and Microsoft have achieved a lot through that. But yes, what has really happened afterwards? Slowly we have entered into the consumer-oriented application development world. If you see, WCF was introduced in the era where we had several challenges towards the enterprise application development app. A question like this over here is that what is an enterprise application? Enterprise application, we generally say that out of the box we may have thousands of clients talking to a server. Okay, let's consider that if it is an enterprise application, then we need a kind of offline services with that app. So for example, what we want is that we want authentication and authorization for the application. We do want it. Then next thing is that we need to support the client technology. Means the client says that I may use web application, I may use Windows application. Of course, it's the era 2006, 2007. We were having moreover either the desktop users or web users. The consumer world was actually divided only in these two verticals out of the box. So that's the reason what has happened is that most of the applications were moreover either used through the desktop or through the web interfaces. So naturally, what WCF services has done is that WCF SaaS services have directly provided the support for this, for security, for transactions, for MSMQ, and so on and so forth.